I'm a co-founder of Gurkha, a multi-level store, and a clothing brand called Orions. I would say it's a blessing. I feel like I'm blessed to be an entrepreneur in these days. Of course, sometimes it's really hectic, it's really stressful, but what makes me wake up every day and still feel excited is the passion that I have for sneaker and fashion. You know, even now when I go to my store or my office, there's a new stock coming up every once in a while, right? And it feels like opening a Christmas present, you know. Even it's for the sale, but still I feel like really happy and excited about it. Right, so first of all, I would like to talk about Gurkha. The meaning of Gurkha is being bold, being strong. It's a warrior of Nepal. Gurkha is a multi-level store where you can get authentic sneakers, accessories, clothes. We have service like buy, sell, trade for sneakers. Orions, the main reason of starting Orions was more about talking about or promoting the unspoken words or the problems of the society via fashion in really fun and really creative way. And I believe we started Gurkha 2015, so it's been a while we did the business, but still we were really young. We didn't know about a lot of our business. We were just going with the flow, but later we learned about business. We formed a team, and slowly we started opening stores, different branches in different cities. And also clothing brand, we started on 2019, and now everything is falling, I believe everything is falling into places, and we still have so many things to do and so many plans ahead. So Orions and Gurkha brand identity is more about not just being a brand or a fashion tag, just like everyone else in the industry. So for me, a clothing brand is more of a channel that portrays different kind of deep messages. So in my brand, what I do is create different kind of art that speaks about the unspoken words of the society and spread message via fashion to the people. For example, in recent project on our last collection, we talked about mental health awareness. We talked about deaf community, promoting deaf people, because there were really less opportunities for deaf people in Nepal. There's only one school and job opportunities are very less, and what we were promoting was more like you have to be respectful. You should treat deaf people in a really polite way, gentle way, in a good way. You should not disrespect them. I always wanted to do something for the society, or like do something that brings at least a little bit change in the society. So I was always in the fashion business. I was passionate about fashion, sneakers. So for me, I thought like, what's a better way doing this, combining fashion. So I believe that's the main goal or our vision or the identity of Orions and Gurkha. I think the first challenge that I faced was, like I said, resources. So I had this idea in 2018, 2019 to start a brand, to make different kind of arts, but at the same time I wanted the best quality for my brand, and in Nepal I couldn't do it. And I was studying in Bangkok University back then. I was living here. My first ever product was made in Thailand, and I went to this amazing factory. The people were so nice, the fabric, the art, the work, everything was perfect, and my first drop was sold out in 2 weeks. As soon as it landed, we shipped it to Nepal, and everyone actually loved it. Even till today, just last week, one of my friends met me after a couple of months, and he was like, do you remember the first job you had? I have it for like a couple of years, and I still wear it. And the quality is amazing, the print is still there. I have never wore any Nepalese brand that's the quality matched this way. I have tried so many brands, but it's amazing. And that's the one challenge, I guess, the resources. And then what we realized was like, it wasn't possible for us to always manufacture in Thailand and ship it to Nepal. The cost was really high, the time, you know, it takes a lot of time. So what we did was we set up a small production house, in-house production in Nepal, a small factory where there's like a couple of workers who work for us, you know, and then we slowly started to manufacture for our brand by ourselves. But we had to experiment a lot because fabrics, the quality and everything. Here you have a lot of options in the resources, fabric, packaging, the printing styles, but in Nepal we have really small kind of options, you know, so we had to experiment a lot of times. And slowly, I'm still not happy about it. We're still learning, we're experimenting new things. We'll of course be working with different kind of factories in different countries as well. But I think that was the first challenge that I faced in the brand. Back in 2017, I joined Bangkok University. I never thought I would study in Thailand. And when I found out about entrepreneurship program in BOIC, it was really interesting for me because in Nepal there were no programs like this. And coming from a country like Nepal, it's a developing country. People say there's nothing in Nepal. I think that's the beauty of it. You can do everything in Nepal because there is nothing. You can start so many new things, right? So entrepreneur program actually teach you to start up a business, how to run a business, how to sustain a business, right? And for me, that was really interesting part because I was already doing business, but I didn't know what business is about. I was just following my passion. I was selling sneakers, I was selling fashion items, but I didn't know how to start a business, how to run a business, how to set up a team, how to do marketing. But after I find out about this program, it was very interesting. I used to just go to the class, talk to the professors. They were really supporting. And I remember from my first semester till my last project, it was always about Gurkha, about my business. I also received an award called the most promising brand for Gurkha, and that was really motivating for me to work more. I believe the program had taught me so much because after I learned from the university, that's the time when I opened my first showroom in Nepal. And then I started doing that business in different way. I started to take it more professionally. So I feel if I haven't joined Bangkok University and chose the entrepreneurship program, I think the entire business model and my personality, I feel like it would be differently. Maybe I would be a different person. My personality would be different. My business model would be different. So I'm really thankful that maybe I'm lucky too that I did that. So I don't regret that. I feel like I say this to everyone. I say that's the best 4 years of my life that I did in Bangkok University. This entrepreneurship program was not just about business for me. What I believed was, it taught me about life. It taught me about becoming a better person because in this program, I didn't just learn about starting a business or marketing the business. I learned about psychology. I learned about personality. I learned about just everything about life, And I think when you learn how to deal with stress, how to handle problems, it not just helps you in business, but also it helps you a lot in personal life. I feel like the most important thing is the first step, the beginning step. You have to at least start somewhere. If you start a year later, you are a year late, So the earlier you start, you learn from your mistakes, you get to learn from the people. And another most important thing is do not hesitate to ask. If you are confused about something, you ask to your friend, you ask to your parents, or you ask to any other business people. If say no, it's all right. You ask to other people. If you ask to 10 people, at least one will tell you something, so you can learn so many things from that. Don't be scared. Take the first step. You're gonna fall, but learn how to get back and sustain the business. I think the most important thing is you have to set up a 5-year to 10-year plan. Go for long term. Believe in the vision. Set a team that actually support the vision. And if you only focus on that, the money will follow you eventually, If you just focus on money, then everything will fall apart. So you have to have a right team. You have to explain them the vision. You go for a long-term run and you sustain the business. And I feel like that's the right way to do the business. That from my experience, maybe everyone have different way, but I think that's all I have to say. I think Bangkok University is the best place to learn, at least for me. So if you are looking for a university where you can not just learn from the books, learn from the experience, from the society, basically not just how to start a business, but just learn about life, and I think Bangkok University is the best university in the world.